I hate when I forget to take off the like little thing. So my dramatic reveal is much less dramatic. But howdy hackers, howdy friends. Welcome back to Global Hack Week. Lovely to see so many of your beautiful faces here, which is awesome. We're going to go ahead and get the questions in the chat banner up. And then we're going to open up our project. Do about a 1 minute quick, here's what happened overview, and then we will go from there. So let me share my screen super quick. I'm going to go ahead and share this screen first. So this is our project screen. This is Pomo Claudo, as I like to call it. And I'll show you what we have done so far in parts, really 2 and 3, because we did not do much programming over in part 1. We spent like an hour trying to come up with a good project idea. But we found a great design on Figma and then went ahead and worked on creating this lovely, beautiful, gorgeous, stunning Pomodoro timer, which flips through 2 different modes, focus and short break, starts as well as stops, and then lets you skip forward. So that's what we've worked on. Right, we've got about 100 or so lines of code written out for it. So let's go ahead and look at some of these to-dos that I have in here. Yeah, to-do for user settings under the ellipses. Let's also go ahead and try to get this running on some slightly smaller device, like an iPhone 15. See what that looks like. I'm doing well. I'm excited for this Global Hack Week to wrap up. I'm excited for October too. It's open source week, which is personally one of my favorites. So we're going to set up the iPhone simulator for previews to make sure that our app here looks okay on smaller resolutions. And while that happens, I'll go ahead and open up a couple of things. First and foremost, I'm going to drop the check-in link into the chat. So if you have not yet checked in, go ahead and use the link in the chat right here. Okay. Now it still looks good on the iPhone 15, and we're also going to try it on the iPhone SE as well. Okay, yeah, still looks good. Sweet. So even on a smaller screen, she is looking great. Let me bring it back to iPhone 15 Pro. Awesome. So for our app, I'm going to go ahead and take you all really quickly to our resources, which are on a nice little Notion page. So I'll share these with you. And then part 3, and then part 4. Go ahead and get the check-in link for this really quick. And then boom, right in here. This one right here. So you can find the code from all of the previous parts over on my GitHub, which I will go ahead and post right in the comments here. So we're looking for the code from all of the previous parts. You can find it here. There is also a document that I run as like a resource list that I'll share in a second as well once I get the shortened link for it, which I always forget. So let's see. Let me log in. Perfect. It lives right on mlh.link/Kari Cloud Mobile. That takes you to this page, which I will share in a second, which has the Figma design we're using as inspiration, the important check-in links, the GitHub repository, the app concept, and then some of the dev resources that I especially found helpful while working on this project. And it's pushed up to part 3, so up to all the things that we did over on my Sunday, maybe your Monday, depending at what time you happened to tune in. So yeah, that's a little bit about what we did over on so far. So you want to look at the code from the previous parts. That's what we'll go ahead and see. Alrighty, I'm going to go ahead and close out this window here. Stop sharing this screen, share our coding window, and display it up for y'all. That make it slightly easier for me to see. Perfect. And perfect. Okay, cool. Of course, happy to help out. And I'm going to leave this link up here for a while if you happen to join in and all of that. We're also going to bring some music back in. I'm thinking some chill vibes today. Which is awesome. All right. So in our project, right, we see our working session is set to true, and our timer on is set to false. Time remaining and our time in focus, and then our actual timer that begins. So that is for our timer. And so this is to open up the settings menu. So I think let me try and figure out what features we can reasonably accomplish in 2 hours. I think it would be helpful. Right now we only have a short break for a focus session. I would love to do add in a long session, but right now, based on how we make these screens, not sure how we would accomplish that best. Let me think through. What is this called? I forgot what's the name of this operator called? Ternary, there we go. Okay. So I think that in order to add in the long break, we would probably create an enum. Or switch for user status. So way that this would work is we would, right at the top here, create an enum status, which would have a case that is called logged in, or a case that is called focus, a case that is called short break, and then a case that is called long break. Then we have a state var. Instead of working session, we would replace this with user status, right? So I can actually control click on this and then refactor rename. So I'll be renaming user status. And then instead of user status like so, I will actually create it to be of type status. And then what we are going to do is create a function in here, or actually create a function call. So we'll create the function later. That would be actually right down here. Function called display background. We're just going to go ahead and function a lot of our project. The status is going to be user status. Should be able to find user status in scope, hopefully. So in here we would use focus to start for our initial project. We have focus, short break, and long break for our status. And then what we will do is create a few functions. That'll be display background start type that will pass in a user status. Of type status. And then within this, go ahead and return some view. Put a switch statement based on the status or a user status variable. Case dot log focus is going to be as follows. Then, or except it's not braces. Then case dot logged out, or not logged out. My goodness. Dot short break. Gonna look like this, and then case dot long break. We'll go ahead and return the color dot focus dot background dot ignore save area. As for short break, we'll return color, short break, background, ignore safe area. And for long break, it'll be color, long break, background, ignore safe area. Then in here, I'm returning user status. Go ahead and return display background with the user status being our variable user status. I might change that in here, but then modify this here and that there. Okay. What I would do now in here is probably add in another switch statement. So it would be switch user status. And then case.focus. Let me bring back the code that I was looking at just in case. That. So what we're doing instead is we would have the switch user status included, and then case.focus. Time remaining equals 1500. Case dot short break. Time remaining will equal to 300. And then case dot long break. Time remaining will equal to I think long breaks are 15 minutes. So 15 minutes times 60 is 900. I'm going to comment out all of the portions of the code that are currently throwing errors. All right, let's go ahead and walk through these slowly, try and update this. So what I might do instead of creating that, go. That's better. Sweet. There we go. That's better. Let's see. So. My hand cramped up kind of weird. Which is never fun. All right, let me really quickly get back to this, because now I'm thinking about this part, right, where it's like padding and the background and all of the colors would be different. So I'm wondering if it doesn't just make more sense to make all of these return different views based on. So what I might do is func return view, in which we pass into a status, right, which is a type status, and then return some view. And then in this we have case.focus, or it's switch based on user status, and then it's case.focus, case.short-break, and case.long-break. And then I'm thinking is instead then we return okay, so it could be, like, I could just do it like this. Return a Z stack of color focused up background. And then what I think I'm gonna do is actually go back to the code, through the code, and go ahead and comment out all of this, which is kind of a ton. Let's comment string function. So I need to sneeze. Oh my goodness. Okay, and then yes, this function is right, and then it's return view status being user status. Perfect. And then I'm going to run a return Z stack. No return Z stack again. So it'll be just short break, and this will be top long break. Okay, perfect. So it looks like now these are swapping over. So I'm probably going to just go ahead and create these using the code that we pushed up. So I'm going to find that. Through the part 2 stream progress, I've got the names, content view.swift. Then we're going to include the sex spacer, the button, and time remaining, actually set to 1500. Interest. All right, let me try and think. Returning view in function with UI. This looks good. This looks good. This looks good. Okay, this is progress. So now I'm gonna do this comment, right? And then do Control I. Foreground stylus color.focus.text. Because I need to be in focus mode to see that. So back into dot focus for me. Sweet. Okay, perfect. Okay, cool. We are in fact making progress. So okay, sweet. So the text, the padding is on the top and then center so on the bottom. Background is color.focus.primary button. All right, perfect. Button looks good. I'm gonna go ahead and all right. So we've now got that. So it's padding. Got text. Go through my GitHub history actually and get the code from part 3 that is less messy. Hopefully. Let's see. All right, the text will now be convert seconds to time. And then all of these lovely pieces of code after. So if the color will stay color, dot focus text. So color dot focus dot text. All right, sweet. Perfect, looks much better. And then all of the buttons. Let's do Control I to fix the indentations here. All right, perfect. We're missing a bunch of different numbers. Let's see. So this will become color dot focus. So I'm just going to remove color dot focus dot text. And this is color dot focus dot primary button. Color dot focus text. This will be color dot focus dot secondary button. So this is our first big change. So working session should be equal to dot so that changes. So now it's user status. We'll do dot short break. So user status should be equal to, I'm trying to think. So it's after 4 Pomodoros. So it would be, we'd have to create a tracker. What we would do is we would set, so num pomos plus equals 1. If num pomos is greater than, or if num pomos mod 4 equals 0, then working session, or not working session, sorry, user status equals dot long break, else user status equals dot short break. And the time remaining is equal to session, right? So that would be time remaining at time remaining. Is now just equal to 1500 no matter what. Well, not 1500 no matter what, but for now it's 1500 no matter what. And timer on becomes false. Then this becomes color dot focus dot text. This becomes color dot primary button back, or dot focus dot primary button. Now, hypothetically, it should look the way. Okay, so we're still missing that spacer exist near the bottom. Pretty sure it's one feature that I wish Swift had, no other languages have, is that like when you hover over the variable, oh perfect, I got it. That's at the end of the H stack. So I'm pretty sure, yeah, so I want the spacer right there. No, I'm not exactly doing what I want it to do. So what about there? No, what about right there? No, because that's in the H stack. So right there? No, because that's everything up. So I wonder if I'm missing some padding that I added near the end. Oh, I know I am actually. There's like that weird part where I added like padding, yeah, dot top -120 and then a space right near that. And I'm pretty sure is this one. Perfect. Okay, sweet. So this looks good. Now we'll alternate and go into the next phase. So I'm going to go ahead and push up what we've done so far. Must lead to my documents. Git add all. So git add all. Git commit -m. Part 4 so far. Hit push. And we are good to go there. Sweet. So I'm going to go ahead and take about a 10-ish minute break. So we'll be back at 6:05 EDT. Probably closer to 6:06. Yeah, we'll call it 6:08. So we'll be back at 6:08 EDT. You know what? I'm just going to stretch out. I like when breaks are in the even numbers, so we're going to make it 6:10. We have about a 13-minute break. When we're back, we're going to go ahead and keep going on the stream. In the meantime, please ask any questions in the chat, and I will see you all in a few short minutes. Bye, everybody. All right, hackers, apologies for the slight delay, but we are back. I'm going to go ahead and get the next stack filled out. So it's going to be our V stack in here. Go ahead and modify. So our V stack from 26 all the way down until here. Perfect. So in here, that'll be this next one. Perfect. All right. That will be more short breaks. So I'm just going to go through places. So this one will be cup and saucer. And then short break. And then short break. Short break. Short break. Short break. Then the buttons change here because user status becomes dot focus and time remaining should become 1500. Okay, then I'm noticing actually something that will change for this promo. So time remaining for this one should be 300. Time remaining for this one should be 900. And for this one, time remaining, right, the button, this should be 300, right? So this resets the brake. Then the padding, short break, short break, short break, short break, short break. Let's see. Okay. Except it's 15 minutes for some. Oh, I swapped these, please. This needs to be 900, 300, like that. Perfect. 5 minutes. Sweet. All right. And then I'm going to go ahead and copy over this series of blocks. Push the stack all the way down 100 through 100. Actually, just 102, right? And it's one brace to 167. And then pop that in here. Time remaining for that would be 900. And then within these, say long break. All right, long break, long break, long break, long break. Perfect, except for the button still is showing. Oh, I think it's because color scheme is off, right? See 172, 255. Perfect, like that. Now when you look at the content view, let's make sure it looks good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Looks good. 2, 3, 4. Another. 1, 3, 4. Great. Looks solid. All right, let's go ahead and get these changes pushed up as well. Gonna do git add all, git commit -m, added long break every 4. All right, I now want to go ahead and add in some functionality into the settings button. Go ahead and open up a settings menu. Open new on. So we would do an at state bar showing settings. Equal to false by default. And in this button, we open up a setting menu, and we'll do it in the focus mode for now. I want to do self showing setting dot toggle. Then sheet is presented. Which is showing setting. Content will be new view. I'm going to go ahead and create a new file. So UI view, call it the setting view. Add that in super quick, drag it down here. Then let me try and then setting view like so. generates a little to think through. This is our setting view. So I'm going to go ahead and open up our Figma prototype again. All right, so that's in our Kari Cloud document. And then on right there. All right, cool. Alrighty, perfect. Nice. So what will actually happen now, I think, because I want to wrap. So I want to plot this in an H stack. Then I want to, and I'm in a huge spacer at the bottom here. I also want to add in text that says that I want to add a spacer. These two as well. Perfect. Okay, and then I want some padding from left, about 10 pixels. I got leading. Button. And some padding, so I got trailing. 10 more pixels here. Okay. And then the button will actually be the image of system name. All right, and then again, so what we would do again is we would add in switch, right? Switch based on user status. Some long break, and then content view. Foreground style color dot focus dot text. What should we like? 25? This one more this way as well. Then what we're gonna do also, you know what else I'm realizing? That I'm not sure if I changed the dot font for focus part. So, don't like font. What's the font weight of that focus button? What is the font weight of this button? Long break. Yeah, label medium. We'll go to flex medium. Well, that's 300, I'm pretty sure. Maybe 400. No, 300 looks better. Or more accurate, no? No, for maybe if I make it smaller, like 18. No, it's 400. Yeah, that is 400. Okay, cool. So I need to add all of these to the fonts here. Perfect. So now they look like they should. Sweet. Awesome. And then let's also try and see here. We have the setting. Is leading 25, and the weight of the settings bold, so 5, 6. Perfect. So settings. Family size 24. Cool. 18 by 18 pixels. So it needs to be smaller. It needs to be like a 15. That looks more accurate. Right, and then I also need, I'm now realizing, Z stack. And then I both of these ends. And then a V stack. As follows. Perfect. And then in the Z stack, I need color dot focus dot background dot north area. All right, perfect. So we've got focus length. Pomodoro until a long break, short break length, long break length, resume timer, sound, and notification. And dark mode, which I know most of these we will not get to. So try and actually add in these. Do the Z stack over. On text, I'm going to add H stack. It says focus length. Then maybe box. Step her, yes. So state our focus point to 25. Who is what actually shows up here? Oh, interesting. Okay, interesting. Then I would probably have to add in some padding or leading 20. And some padding for dot leading and dot trailing. 25 on both ends. Something like that would work, right? Maybe stepper. My goodness. Either way, let's go back to our contact details. Right, and we've got boom, 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 boom. Aha! I need to make this button functional all the other views. So it's in short and focus. Button doesn't work for short break. It doesn't work for long break either. That makes sense. It only works for focus. Over in here. And then it's dot. And then line 55 and then 64 through 60. 5. I do not, unfortunately. I've never worked with stupid days. Perfect. Okay. I'm going to setting view. Move this over super quickly. It'll be short break, background, short break, background. And then this one, thing, right, except for short break, it will say long break. Perfect. Let me try now from content view. And then I'm probably going to end the stream in a few minutes. Just because the schedule and making sure that we're not running too late here. Let me double check. There's someone right after me. Now we've got a couple of hours of a break, so don't need to worry about dragging things out too long. If need be, we can keep going. Well, I am going to delete this giant stack of comments. Make our projects a lot easier to read, and then go boom. Yep, looks good. Boom, boom, looks good. Boom, 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 boom. Looking good for now. Go ahead and git add all. Git commit -m added setting and removed comments. Git push. Right, sweet. So all of the changes have been pushed up to GitHub, which is awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and share that really quickly. Everyone. So you can go ahead and view the code over here, as well as the link to all the resources that we've looked at over at mlh.link/CardCloud Mobile if you're interested in looking at some of the things that I've gotten done. Did not get to a lot of any of the cloud features really, but I did have a really fun time just spending a morning or an afternoon or an evening hanging out with y'all and making a fun app. So on that note, I'm going to go ahead and thank you all very, very much for watching. If you have any questions before we go ahead and end the stream, please drop them in the chat for me. And then we will go ahead and wrap it up in just a few minutes if no one has anything they want to add on last minute. I'll give you all like a minute or two. Alrighty, if we do not have any questions, I'm going to go ahead and end this stream here. Once again, thank you all very, very much for coming. I will see you all in the next Global Hack Week. It'll be a fun one. Alrighty, bye everybody.